Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back again with a new video, and today's video is all about the politics. Okay, it is a very interesting topic. In this type of topic, I think nobody in the internet has ever talked about, especially in YouTube. So, this is very interesting topic. So, hold on. I will take a sip of water. Okay, without wasting further time. So, you will get the topic as we go. So, let me start with a small scene. Imagine a classroom. There is one class monitor, very confident, very powerful. He makes rules, he decides sitting, he decides who speaks. So, now imagine there is no one in the class who can question him. So, no one asks why this rule. No one says why this is happening like this. And there is no one to ask, this is unfair. No one to say, maybe we can try another way. What happens slowly? Power becomes habit, and habit becomes control. Control becomes the arrogance ultimately. So now imagine one calm student raises a hand and say, "Sir, can you discuss on this?" The student is the opposition. Not an enemy, not a destroyer, but a balancer. Today, we talk about why opposition in politics is important, why it matters in countries like India and Nepal. So, and what opposition should do and say and they shouldn't do. So, I think you got the point about the speech. So, because okay, because democracy is not a one man show, it's a conversation. Okay, you might have got the point I am trying to say. The democracy is not a one man show, it's a conversation. Sorry for it. Okay, let's think about India. The ruling party there is Narendra Modi leading the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. In opposition, there are leaders like Rahul Gandhi from the Indian National Congress and many religion party. Now think about Nepal. There is the Nepal Congress, the Communist Party of Nepal UML, led by KP Sharma Oli, and the Pushpa Kamal Dahal, who has led different governments. Government changes, coalition shifts, alliance breaks and reforms. But one thing remains constant, and there must be always be someone asking questions. Opposition is not against a country, opposition is against the wrong decision. Opposition is for accountability. Let's be honest. When one party wins from a major majority, people celebrate. It feels strong, it feels stable, and it feels decisive. But democracy is not just about strength, it's about balance. Without opposition, who checks decision? Who reviews policies? And who speaks for the people who didn't vote for the ruling party? In India, during major politics like demonetizations or farm laws, the farm laws, opposition parties questions the government. Sometimes the tone was harsh, sometimes debates were heated, but those questions forces public decision, discussion. They forced explanation, they forced clarity. In Nepal, political instability has often been blamed on opposition, but sometimes opposition has exposed corruptions, forced transparency, and protected constitutional values. Opposition is like a brake in a car. You love speed, you enjoy acceleration, but brakes gives you safety. Now let's talk about what opposition should do. Opposition should question with facts. Opposition should study policies deeply before criticizing others, criticizing the ruling party. And opposition should represent alternative solutions. Saying this is wrong is easy. Saying this is wrong and here is the better plan is leadership. And opposition should represent the silent voice. Minorities, remote regions, small communities, they must speak for those who feel unheard. And opposition should attend parliament regularly, participate in debates, use communities, and use constitutional tools. Strong demoni- sorry for it. Strong democracy needs strong debate. But now let's talk about what opposition shouldn't do. They should not oppose for the sake of opposition. If a policy helps the country, support it. If a bill improves education, health, and infrastructure, support it, even if it is proposed by your rivals. Politics is competition. National building is corporation. So, opposition should not block parliament continuously without discussion. Protests are powerful tools, but disruption without dialogue reduces trust. Opposition should not spread misinformation. In today's world of social media, one rumor spread faster than truth. Leaders carry the responsibility to talk about truth, to spread the truth, not the lies. Opposition should not divide people by religion, caste, or reason just to gain votes. That damages social unity. And let's use little humor here. Imagine two neighbors. One paints his house blue, the other says blue is terrible. I will paint mine red. Fine, but imagine he also says, and I will break your fence because I do not like blue. Now this is childish. Should be rivalry with ideas, not destruction of institution. In India and Nepal, we have seen movements of powerful opposition. We have also seen moments where opposition weakens itself by internal conflicts, ego battles, or unclear direction. A strong opposition does three things. It studies deeply, it speaks clearly, and it acts responsibly. Because one day opposition can become government, and today's government can become opposition. Democracy is a rotating chair. You sit today, I sit tomorrow. This is where respect matters. There is another important point. An opposition also gives hope. In every election, millions of people vote for parties that do not win. Opposition ensures those voters are not wasted. It ensures those citizens still have representation. Without opposition, democracy becomes dominance. With healthy opposition, democracy becomes the dialogue, and dialogue builds trust, and that is what democracy really means. That is what democracy really wants. Now, think personally. In your life, who is your opposition? Your friends who says you can do better, your teacher who corrects your mistakes, who your parents who questions your choices. This is constructive opposition. It improves you. Politics is the same. A ruling party with no opposition slowly hears only applause, and the applause can be addictive. Opposition keeps leaders grounded. It reminds them power belongs to people. So, what is the takeaway from today? Opposition is not an obstacle to progress, it is the guardians of democracy. It should be strong, informed, disciplined, and even responsible. It should challenge ideas, not attack institutions. It should criticize policies, not weaken the nation. And as citizens, we must value debate. We must listen to multiple sides. We must reward leaders who discuss issues seriously instead of shouting slogans. And democracy is like a conversation at a dinner table. If only one person speaks, it becomes a lecture. If everyone shouts, it becomes chaos. But when people listens, questions, responds, and respect, it becomes meaningful. India, Nepal, any democracy, they all need ruling parties and they also need the opposition, the healthy opposition. And they are need or they all need aware citizen. That's it. Because in the end, the real power is not in parliament. It is with us. And a strong opposition ensures the power never forgets its source. And a strong opposition ensures the power never forgets its source. So that's it for today, guys. I hope your mind has some state from the opposition perspective. So think of we must think from the board's perspective, from the ruling perspective, and the opposition perspective. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you understand something about from this speech. So with this, I would like to end this session, and I will be meeting you in the next one. Till then, bye bye. I'm Alsa Bros.